In 1995, an elite pair of fuck-ups met while being tried for crimes they most definitely committed. The men were promptly released for being white. One lost weight and now poses as a family man in Dallas, Texas. The other got worthless degrees in English and philosophy. He lives alone in Los Angeles, California. Now, at great risk to their freedom, the duo has weekly conversations about past transgressions, current status reports, and wondering, are we dead yet?
Hey, welcome to episode 9 of Are We Dead Yet? This one we talked about prepping for horror camp out and morph suits, and Spence goes to London, and Spence goes to church, and Spence goes to Big Bend, and Craig doesn't do anything. Oh yeah, and we ask people to kill for us. Do it! So, hey, how about this? We're doing episode 9 of Are We Dead Yet?
Yeah, and find us we're on Facebook, Twitter, Vine, what else? Instagram, all of it.
I don't know, you're in charge of that shit.
Well, that's where we are. We're all over all of it. You can get to it from our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I edit. He hosts and does the people stuff.
He does the hard work, and I do the easy work.
Episode 9, Are We Dead Yet?
Yeah.
It's going to be cut so that it's at the beginning, so it's not as funny because we've been talking for fucking an hour before we decided to do that. My electricity just went out. I guess it wasn't because I didn't pay. Because it's back on now. Back when I was in college, I go to England to study ethics and theater, and Craig was going to be coming out there to move, and that's when he disappeared right after that. This was right after my 21st birthday, which was with you, which I don't remember much of.
But there's a great video of it.
There is video of it. This is true. So anyway, here's some stuff that happened.
I need to say that I think you were the only one that was 21 that night.
Oh, of course.
And we all got in everywhere.
Well, yeah. And I quit drinking completely a year later. So it wasn't fun anymore when it became legal.
I was about to say, we've been drinking for 8 years at that point.
Yeah. It's just that night we had a limo.
It was cool when we could go down and see all the bars and people like, have you been there? And I'm like, not since I turned 21. I only went there when I was underage.
Well, that was the craziest part about you disappearing. Yeah, and it sucked because I told all the other kids in the fucking class. I was like, oh, my buddy's coming out here. This is going to be insane. Now, this is one of 2 school things that they don't do anymore after I did it. And I've been sent home from summer camp before. So it's kind of like that. Like, what sucks about it is I was the only one that told the truth. Like, we all had to do interviews to see if we could go. And some of the questions were like, are you going to drink? And everyone was like, no. And I was the only one that was like, yes, I'm going to be drinking there. And they were like, are you going to smoke? Yes, I'm going to be smoking there. And, told the truth, but everyone else fucking lied. Dude, and we found this awesome fucking bar, like right around the corner. We were living in the Diamond District. And this bar was called De Beers. They threw us a 4th of July party.
Shut up.
And it was awesome. In fact, the backpack I'm going to be bringing to the haunted thing is they gave it to me. It's this Jack Daniels pack.
That's badass.
Okay, so this is like the second night there. Okay? And so we're there. We find this bar. We're fucking getting drunk. And, of course, they got the absinthe. Not fucking real absinthe, but the Everclear, basically, absinthe. Only drink 1. I drank like 4 or something I found out the next day. I don't know. So I'm in London, second fucking day. Here's what I remember of that night, mixed with some things that I learned. So apparently, we left that bar, and while we were walking by, there was this yellow Ferrari that was parked outside our place for the entire 2 months I was there that had my fucking shoe print in the fucking hood. I don't remember doing that, but apparently I did. And then apparently I just wandered off at some point, which at that time in my life, I was notorious for just wandering off. These people didn't know me, but other people had pointed that out, that I'll just wander off. So next thing, I don't remember any of that. Then I remember being in a fucking bicycle cab and having like a moment of consciousness and knowing that I am, and going, you need to get me to the, because I don't even know where all I know is I'm living in the Diamond District, which is huge. That's my knowledge. So I just tell this guy, get me to a fucking hotel. Next thing I know, I'm getting robbed in an alley at knife point.
Shut up.
Now, at the time, Brandon had made me this wallet that I fucking loved. And that wallet's got some fucking stories behind it. But that night, for some reason, before I left, I was like, I'm not taking this wallet. And I took this little fucking shitty thing that this kid's dad made, and he handed out to all of us. Oh, God, my worst bullying is with that kid.
I was about to say.
Yeah, it was awful. I feel so bad. That's on video, too. Yeah, a lot of this London is, not a lot, but some of it is. So anyway, getting robbed in the fucking, and I give him that. I take my cards, and I just give him the cash, because this little floppy thing, I'm like, here you go. I must have, because the next day I wake up in a room, and like a hotel room, and I'm like, okay, I got to a hotel. I'm thirsty as shit. There's 2 fucking doors. I assume one of them has to be the goddamn bathroom. So I open up one. It's the closet. There's only one door left. Am I locked in here? I fucking open the other door. It's the hallway. So there's no fucking bathroom. Now, I got the fuck out of there quick. There had to be a bathroom in that fucking thing. I was just too stupid. And it was a nice hotel, too. So it had to have a fucking bathroom. It cost me like £100. I don't remember checking in. I can't imagine how that fucking went. Like, what this fucking kid who didn't, I was completely blacked out in another country.
I was about to say,
after getting robbed. Like, what the fuck did I possibly tell these people? So I come down, fucking pay my bill, I leave, and there's a homeless girl outside, and I'm like, hey, I'll give you £1 if you get me to the fucking tube and get me, and I remembered it was King's Cross. And I thought, okay, if I get to King's Cross, I can find my fucking way back. So she grabs my hand and like takes me there and shit. I get off. Do find my way back. I'm walking up to the fucking, place for all it's like apartment complex. Shitty fucking, I don't, the beds were like as wide as my shoulders.
Gotcha.
It was great. Like, I fucking loved it and stuff, but in retrospect, not the greatest fucking place. Like a child's camp. That's what it was like. So, anyway, I'm walking back up to that fucking place. The goddamn other students are coming out, getting in the bus to go to some parade for the Queen Mom's birthday.
What?
So now, and I don't know how much sleep I've had. I feel like ass. I'm so fucked up. And I get on that fucking bus. And I was like, hey, guys. Started hearing about it. We went and did, some fucking tour or something. And then we went to the parade. And, I was with one of the teachers' kid and gave the Queen Mom the finger. Because I'm so badass. Meh. As she rode by. And then I went up to the teachers and was like, I can't do this. I'm going back. and fucking went back. And that was the beginning of the end on that fucking trip. Fell in love on that trip. Girl, of course, from Santa Barbara, lived down the street from me, but we met in London.
It's crazy.
And don't remember falling in love. Don't remember the conversation at all. Woke up the next day and was like, oh, I'm in love with that girl. Have no idea how I tricked her into being in love with me also. Don't remember that conversation at all. All right, so we went to this place called Church there in London, and it's not church at all.
Oh, that's it?
Huh? Yeah, like, it's a real church, where Jesus rose in 4 days, not this 3 days bullshit.
Oh.
That's his thing. And, like, all our friends that we made were, like, Aussies and Kiwis. We didn't really make any Brit friends. And this is thing that you kind of, like, have to meet somebody to go to. It's legit like that. So, like, it's down in the industrial area of London, down some fucking alley where we're like, they're going to go kill us. And they told us, like, yeah, don't say you're from America here. Oh, I wasn't from America. I was still proud of my Texanness at that time. I was from Texas the whole fucking trip. Oh, dude, I was the worst in London. I got fucking Hawaiian shirts with naked chicks on the back and stuff. Like, oh my fuck. I mean, that was at the pinnacle of my awful. Yeah. So we go to this place, church, and it's down this fucking alley. And we're like now thinking like, oh, we're getting murdered and we're getting killed by these Aussies. We go around the corner and it's a pyramid of kegs. So now we're like, all right, maybe this is real. You go into a warehouse and it was £5 for a garbage bag filled with ice and beers. And this is a warehouse where like you can't see one end from the other.
Awesome.
And there's a stage on one side, and everybody's got these bags of beers and ice, and you go get more. And again, we're up by the stage, so it's a bunch of they're all playing American drinking songs, like a bunch of foreigners singing "Sweet Home Alabama." Best thing ever. Best fucking thing ever. So everybody's good. Oh, and this is at like 11 in the morning. This isn't at night at all. Yeah, this is like you just got out of church and you come to this place. So everybody's getting fucked up, and that's when the comic comes up. And he's the dirtiest comic I've ever heard in my fucking life. I don't remember it all. Like at one point, he was doing ones about pulling vagina juices out and playing banjo with them.
Oh, my God.
Like some of the most fucked up shit I've ever heard in my life. So he comes out, and then the stripper comes out. And she's stripping up there and up on the stage, which they got TVs and stuff, but we're right up on the stage. Like we're there for the fucking show.
Sure.
And anyway, she invites someone on stage to go with her and to get up there with her. And she's got 2 bodyguards to come up there. He's sitting in a chair and she's dancing around him and like rubbing her pussy on his face and stuff. And he like drunk, wants to touch her. 2 guys that will rip his fucking head off right next to him if he even fucking thinks about it. So she fucking puts whipped cream on her pussy, fucking puts, so that her pussy's up and down in his face.
Yeah.
Then, I can't remember if it was another guy or the same guy. I assume it was the same guy. Stands him up, pulls his pants down so he's in his underwear. Gets a cigarette from a guy in the audience. Fucking burns a hole in the cigarette, or pulls his underwear out, burns a hole in his underwear, without burning him. Fills his underwear with whipped cream, puts the cigarette back in the hole, but with the butt first, squeezes it so it shoots the whipped cream and the cigarette out of his underwear. That's when the drinking games start. And it's country versus country. And they have, it's like spin around, America's not represented. Spin around on fucking poles and just a bunch of stupid shit. Now the girl that I was in love with at the time, she actually got up. She said she's from Canada. So she fucking did it, and she won and got a fucking shirt, which I think I still have. It's a fucking great shirt. Like it says, can you hold my beer while I snog your mate? So she gets up, does the drinking games, and then they invite everyone, any girl that wants to, on stage to take their fucking clothes off. So a bunch of girls go up on stage. My girl goes up there. She's not into that, but she knows I'm into that, so she just gets like in her bra on this fucking thing because I'm an exhibitionist shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, she is one of the fucking hottest people up there, and I realized like people like you need to go backstage like before she gets rushed when she comes off. So I fucking go backstage, get the shirt and shit. Now I go to the bathroom. These 2 fucking like Irish guys are talking while they're taking a piss in this fucking trough, and they're like, that girl, say her name. From Canada, she was hot, and I'm like, yeah, that's my girlfriend. Fucking dicks out, piss still on my hand, shaking hands with them. Yeah. Then you leave the place and go to this other bar called like the Black Panther or some shit down the street. But on the way there, there's a bridge that goes over like industrial waste. Let's be honest. And some of the people are fucking jumping in. Now I got to represent. I'm butt naked up on the bridge, and I'm fucking cannonballing into this motherfucker. I fucking do a fucking thing because they're just kind of like going to the edge and jumping in and shit. So I fucking jump off, cannonball into that. It's got to be, I don't know, 5 feet deep, and just smack my back on the ground. I'm gonna have to cut this part out. Fucking.
You might have had an X-Man kid.
Stop being funny because I have to keep it in. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, no, at one point they were going to kick me out of that fucking thing, which would have been bad.
Dude, how did you go to that and not write Beer Fest before Beer Fest got written? Like, that was Beer Fest.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking... It sucks because I love London, but I treated it like shit. There's this place called Yo Sushi. I found it in one of those little fucking things, and it said it had robots serving your fucking drinks and sushi.
All over it.
Free massages, taps at your seat for beer, and karaoke. Greatest place fucking ever.
That's what I'm saying. Greatest place I could ever imagine.
I finally, no one wants to go. It's out of the way. No one gives a fuck about sushi in London. No one wants to go. I finally fucking get everybody to go to this fucking place. I'm excited. The robots are a fucking conveyor belt that goes around the fucking place. No, wait, but they also have like basically a turned over garbage can with a remote control car underneath it that has drinks on it that you can grab. It's expensive as fuck. To do the tap thing is at a bar that's underneath it. The massage is free, but you have to give at least a $25 tip. The karaoke is the waiters and waitresses singing to you. And
that's not even karaoke.
Yeah, no. I fucking failed awfully. I stole all these stickers there. I put them all over myself. We're walking down London, and I'm like, "Fuck Yo Sushi! Fuck Yo Sushi!" Like a fucking retard. I was fucking awful.
Dude, check this out.
Right.
Tell me why I'm going around and gathering shit like we live in a video game for this horror camp out. Like, anytime I see something that feels like it would work, I'm like, I'm getting it. I've got so much shit. How many headlamps do people have to have? I was like, I have to have one as cool as Spencer. That infrared picture is one of my favorite pictures. I love that picture.
Yeah, that's from Energizer.
That's awesome. I need to go find it.
Yeah, it was at Walgreens.
Really?
I'd actually read bad things about it, but I happened to be at Walgreens, and I saw it because I was researching headlamps. And the review on it online, there's only one, and they didn't like it. I like it. It's going to bring a lot of extra batteries.
For sure. I have an extra one I'm going to put on my belt.
Well, I'm going to get the one I wanted, too. It was just I happened to be at Walgreens. You think I'm going with only one goddamn headlamp?
What do you think, I am retarded?
I got one that I'm bringing a little blow up person to put it on there and make it do a little decoy as myself. Turn my lamp off.
Now, what we need to do is get some people to come with one of us, like you or me, and not even say the other one's there, and make that dummy and be like, all right, and then walk away and have you go buy and, like, machete it to get free. We go back like, holy shit, it's real.
Oh yeah, no. My next thing is looking for a flask. A flask. What I want is a flashlight one that works.
Oh,
that's got to exist.
I've got the binocular one still, but I don't know why we would have binoculars.
That's exactly what I thought of was the binocular ones, And why would we have binoculars?
Dude, I used to carry that around so much my parents probably thought I was a birder.
A birder.
Pervert.
Oh, a pervert. I thought you said a birder.
Did at the beginning. You know, people do go around and look at birds and all that shit. Why don't we do that and just fucking lie and say we've seen all of them one year and get like the Grand Master deal? And then whenever we get it, be like, your hobby's fucking stupid. We didn't see any of them. Boom.
Well, no, and I've also been thinking about the drinking. We can't drink too much. Just a little fun. For a couple of reasons. One, we want our wits about us.
Do that. Yeah.
But also, we'll end up punching somebody that attacks us.
They're like, where'd you get that sweet mask? Be like, from that guy that's in the woods.
So some homeless person came up after me, and I took his fucking mask. Dummy tried to touch me.
Like, I don't know how anybody else could have won Hellmaster. We killed 3 people.
I'm gonna love when we both scream out, "I want my mommy!" like within an hour.
Nobody wants to kidnap the naked guy.
Well, that's another thing we got. There's a sketch part. We're gonna do a skit in it. There's a skit, so we got to think of the fucking bomb diggity skit.
Nice.
And one thing that'll be really easy to bring if we can think of how to use it is my fucking morph suit tuxedo.
Nice.
Because I mean, I'm definitely accepting the sash in my tuxedo. There's no question about that part. When I get my Hellmaster suit, I'm dressing up for that shit. I know. I realized with this, I was like, these are the perfect little outfits. I want to get a whole bunch of them. You just throw them in a bag.
Awesome. Where can I get one?
Morphsuit.com.
Look at it right now. Now, can we, you can take phones and all that to this shit? There's nothing you can, oh my God.
Well, it said we can't do cameras. Like videotape it and shit, but you can, like, it also says download the program onto your phone.
I'll bring the GoPro anyway, though.
Well, the GoPro's an obvious one, I think. Holes in the pocket.
Oh, yeah.
And for outfits, I'm thinking painter suits.
Oh, love that. Great idea. Yeah.
Well, because it would be too fucked up to wear, the camo suits.
I like the painter suits, though.
Yeah. I mean, our whole goal needs to be the people that, when everyone's scared, just say something retarded.
Right.
Sneaky flasks.
We're going to do the binocular ones.
Just so we can have an argument about why we brought binoculars?
Yes.
I don't want to get kicked out before we get in.
Because we might get a cut. Why would they help? Because it's full of rubbing alcohol. There, I answer all your fucking questions. We'll just do a champagne bottle. No, we should just do like 409, and then we're running through the woods spraying 409 in our mouth. You know, that would look.
Yeah, here it is. Here's why you have binoculars. Because if you put them up backwards, it's not as scary because the monster's far away.
Yeah. Perfect. It's perfect.
Fucking genius. They won't stop sending me goddamn emails about their haunted shit with their movies and stuff. I have a feeling someone's going to come to my home and murder me. It's going to be awesome.
That would be extra scary.
Dude, that would be awesome if it turns out to be like The Game.
I was just about to say that. Like
we were playing, and then like somebody like dies while they're getting fucked with. They're like, "Oh my god, y'all are all gonna get caught with this too." Oh shit, we gotta go. I got a car, okay, but we gotta go to my crystal meth lab first.
Right? No, because we'd walk in and be like, "This isn't a real crystal meth lab." These morph suits are freaking amazing.
Oh yeah, I will say. Because I wore the tuxedo one for New Year's Eve. Fucking spandex on New Year's Eve when you're not a huge guy to begin with. Not a great idea. It's wasn't the best idea ever. Plus, it's freezing. That's the thing. And all the girls are dressed up so fucking slutty. I don't understand like why they would do that. They're gonna get laid anyway. Why? I mean, we went to this fucking club and we were on the list, so we didn't have to go in. But I mean, it was like 4 clubs all put together, and it was just shoulder to shoulder. You're just waiting for the bar. That's the whole fucking night. Is just getting to the bar, buying a shitload of drinks so that you can drink them while you wait in the fucking giant line.
God.
I made so many fucking rape jokes that night to strangers. Then we go outside and there's people waiting, and there was people still in line when we were leaving at 1 a.m.
That's
Like,
crazy.
they weren't inside for New Year's Eve, and they're freezing. That's why we need a fucking holiday for girls to dress slutty in the summer.
Well,
There's no summer slutty holiday.
No, not like Halloween. But Halloween, I think they're competing with each other more than anything.
Of course that is it.
But that's all the time anyway. But there's 4th of July, kind of. I guess Daisy Dukes and flip-flops, but that's fine too. I'll take that.
Yeah, but it's not the costume aspect. And plus, that was the other thing about this New Year's. No one was in, like, outfits. I was definitely completely... I mean, I'm always out of fucking place in clubs to begin with. Any place with a fucking line, I don't belong in. But I was really out of place that fucking night. It was so fucking lame.
Yeah, I was about to say, where the fuck were you?
Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, dude, I don't like all of our New Year's were always the best.
They were probably all doing Molly and shit.
Right, yeah.
I'm an old man.
Yeah, we still call it X. People are like, what's X? I'm like, it's new. It's like Molly. Like, really? I'm like, totally.
Did you know X was invented in Dallas?
No, that's awesome, though.
The way it happened, it's a cool story. Some bar, I assume in Deep Ellum, somewhere downtown. And the guys, like, invented it. And, I mean, they put it out in a bowl.
No, I've heard of this before.
Yeah. They had it in a bowl at their bar that people, like, peanuts could fucking take and shit because it wasn't anything at the time.
There's a guy that we went to high school with. He transferred in junior year. I don't remember his last name. His first name was Jimmy, not Jimmy the Dick. His dad was telling me about it because, the kid smoked and he didn't care and all that. Like, it was, single dad kind of situation. He was cool. But he's like, yeah, they used to have them in little, like, wafers almost, and they were just out. And he goes, one night I ate 4 of them and then drove my Trans Am through a liquor store. And I'm like, awesome. Great story.
Not the worst bullying I ever did, but just pointless fucking bullying. Other times there was a reason.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of you being mean to people. I mean, I remember little stuff, but...
Oh, fuck, dude. At, not at Kemper, but at the boot camp thing I had to go to for the summer. So... that place is fucked up. It's legit. That place is... Kemper is fucking bullshit military. This was like legit fucking boot camp, but just, that you got sent there for the police.
Yeah.
Anywho, I was cool. So, I became I don't know what other fucking way to say it. I got in with the people first in charge of you are basically other hoodlums that have got into the military and, are in charge of your company. You're divided into companies and stuff.
Yeah.
So you got like 3, it was, I don't even remember how they were put. Like, basically I was a squad leader. That was the highest you could be as a fucking hoodlum. And then you got 3 other dudes above you. And then the CO, which is an actual military dude. A fucking hard-ass dude, too. Like, I saw him, like, just put down people. Kids fucking up. anyhow, so I was cool there, and I got to be squad leader, and there's this one fucking kid who's just fucking up everybody's shit. You know, because it's all the, you know, mass punishment and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
And the guys in charge, who I'm friends with now at this point, they can't hit us unless we try to run away. But they can make us fight each other and all they fucking want. So they end up making this guy my roommate. So I wouldn't have to go far to fuck with him. And like I just wake up, take a piss, and then go by and fucking knock him in the fucking head. Like, I mean, he was like the reason, quote unquote, is so that we don't get in trouble and have all this fucking shit going on.
Sure.
You know, it's Full Metal Jacket. It's, you know, soap parties and shit. Except just one-on-one. So this kid keeps fucking up and shit. So
like a soap hangout.
So the three guys in charge there, and one of these three guys was a fucking Golden Globe winner, Golden Globe guy, big fucking dude. He was nice though. He fucking hated me, and I fucking hated him. But he didn't hurt this guy, so I want to make like I've said anybody. Anywho, I talked this fucking kid into running away so that they can fucking beat him up. I mean, they're in the next room waiting for me to come in and go, yeah, he's gone. And so what I do is I'm like, all right, so you're going to need to look civilian. I have him like cut, you know, the symbol, Marine symbol out of shit and fuck up like stuff that's going to really bother them when they find him. And because I'm like, I'm just going to beat you every fucking night. You have to run away. And he ran, and I went and told them next door, and they went and beat him up. God, I'm a piece of shit.
Don't trust anybody.
Wait, what? Huh?
I said he learned a valuable lesson. Don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
You know?
So I apologize to that person. That was my, the word, I don't know. The one in London was on tape.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
And, you know, and I got everybody also, like, against him and shit.
The whole pack mentality.
Exactly. Yeah. Fucking piece of shit.
Hey, that has to happen. You can't help it. It's natural selection. You can't help it.
Yeah, this wasn't, there's nothing natural about this. This was fucking mean. Yeah. He was like that annoying guy that, like, just latches on to a group and no one fucking likes him and everybody's fucking mean to him and doesn't go away. You know, Jarrett.
I was about to say.
No, he's not Jarrett because we love Jarrett.
Yeah.
As much as one can love Jarrett.
But he just got that role and owned it, though. He just owned the shit out of it. He never got mad. I mean, just a couple times he would get mad. But you could always bring him right back in. Just a couple of compliments. No, baby, you look pretty. You look nice. And then done. He'd be back. Now, I told you who I saw at lunch the other day, didn't I?
Shank, oh yeah.
It was crazy. I was sitting there, and he looks exactly the same, exactly what you thought he would wear as a grown-up. Just walking through, and I'm sitting there with my dad, and I go, no fucking way. And he goes, what? And I'm like, just stay right here. He had his kid and everything with him.
He's got a kid?
Dude, he's got a gorgeous little kid. Like, I was just... His wife was so sweet. She's like, oh, this is the guy with the podcast? I'm like, you listen to the podcast? But he travels a lot. He says he listens to them all the time. So that was cool. But yeah, he's been working in Detroit and stuff, which I can't see him in Detroit because I used to go there 3 or 4 times a year, and it's a fucking war zone. But he's got it.
Fucking Kaz, he was there scouting locations, taking all these pictures of. It is a fucking war zone. Best thing ever, though, is on the 4th floor of, like, an abandoned building, he found a boat.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
A motorboat. A legit boat that, like, you couldn't, like, I don't know how they got it there, but some fucking crazy artist person took it up piece by. I don't know how it got there. It's the greatest fucking thing ever.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. We used to go up there for work, and this is when all the dog fighting stuff was going on, right?
Yeah.
We were selling off whole neighborhoods at a time. And one of the realtors called me and they said, we need $400 for cleanup on this house. I'm like, we're going to sell the house for $250. There's no fucking way to get $400. Like, no shit. We were selling houses for $250. So he's like, all right. He goes, well, then somebody's going to have to move all the dogs out of it. And I'm like, open the door and let them out. You know what I mean? Just go do that. He's like, no, they're frozen to the ground because they would go in and have dog fights in these houses and the dogs would die and they would leave them and they would bleed and freeze to the ground. He's like, I'll send pictures. I'm like, I'll send your money. Don't send any pictures. How much do you need? Will 400 cover it?
Here's an extra 100 to wash your soul.
You know what I'm saying? Like, can you catch these bastards? Like, good grief. But,
forget about the house. We're going to find these guys.
They were like, hey, they're stealing all the copper out of the houses, so we're going to spray paint the copper green. I'm like, they don't fucking care if it's green. So now they're going to know, just steal the shit that's painted green. Don't waste your time with anything else. It's copper. They're going to melt it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I have pictures. I have pictures of guys like pushing shopping carts down the street, like with parts of furnaces in them and stuff. Like, didn't give a shit. The cops didn't give a fuck. Just, there's another crackhead with a furnace and a shopping cart. Like, just, this is Detroit. It was crazy. But the people, if you went to a bar there, a local bar, the people there were the dopest people.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we made it through another day. Drink our faces off. Everybody was down for a good time. Saw no pretty girls in Detroit. I'm sure they're there. Detroit, I know you got them, but I didn't see any of them. None of them. I was constantly protecting the women that were with us. I think that's the only reason they let me go. Because I could speak gangster and I could protect the women, and that was it. I was like the lady on Airplane when they're speaking jive, and they're like, "What are they saying?" "Oh, I speak jive." I'm like, "Oh no, I got this."
Wasn't that Florence Henderson?
They want all of our money, or they're going to kill us. That's what they were saying. No problem, gangsters. And you can't be like here, like in Dallas, if somebody comes up and acts tough, you're like, okay, tough guy, how tough are you? In Detroit, you're like, you live in Detroit, you're tough. Like, here, take it. I can't believe Paz was running around with a camera. Is he crazy? You're like, no, he disguised it as a furnace and carried it around in a shopping cart. The only book I remember reading was we read Catcher in the Rye, which I don't get what the big damn deal is about it, really. And maybe I should read it again, I guess.
You don't need to. I did the same thing where I was like, I'm older now and I'll get it. And I went back and I was like, oh, I got it.
I got it the first time, yeah. But I was just going to see what was going to make me kill somebody, because apparently every killer has a copy of it on it. But
Salinger just had a really good agent.
Right?
Knew how to get free publicity.
Hey, you know that guy that shot Lennon? Just throw one of the copies in his backpack.
Oh, yeah. Free publicity, man.
Yeah. But
hey, if you're a person out there planning on doing a murder, do it right after this.
And reference this, episode 9.
Yeah, here's an idea. Here, you want a fucking weapon that they got to find the killer, make a goddamn a paper mache spear, fucking stab the person, throw it in the lake, it dissolves and goes away. No fucking weapon to be found. There you go, person. Just make sure you tell them the last thing you listened to was "Are We Dead Yet?"
That's right. Why don't people make ice weapons to kill with? Like, everybody's like, if that icicle falls, it's going to kill you. I'm like, duh. Like, why don't we all have ice spears? We ought to make a thing that you put in the freezer that makes, like, ice machetes. That's a good fucking idea. Ice weapons? Can you imagine running around? See, but the winter would be scary as shit because it wouldn't melt. Like, in the summer, you're like, just stay away for 5 minutes. It's going to be fine. In the winter, you're like, we have to fucking hide.
Can you fill them with Kool-Aid?
What's that?
Can you fill them with Kool-Aid?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Then yes,
Well, then
I'm on
it
board.
might lead back to me, though.
We
When they're
just got to get Les Stroud to take it out on Survivor Man. Make one where you put it in the snow and then you fucking pour water into it and it freezes it up itself.
Perfect.
Boom.
Boom. I would make a Wolverine claw.
Hell yeah. Hold on, I gotta grab something.
You could get all crazy with the Kool-Aids and like rainbow it and stuff. That would be badass. Yeah, I'm making that.
This fucking Kool-Aid. Does Kool-Aid go bad? Because it's been sitting in my fridge for I don't know how long. It tastes
No, it's just, I don't think just straight raw chemicals mixed with water can go bad. Unless the water gets old. That's the only thing that possibly is organic in there. So. Wait, really? Couldn't you get like a balloon, a water balloon, right? Freeze it.
Yeah.
And you have this ball of ice and just put that shit in a sock or something and go around and kill all the people you want.
The sock still exists.
Ah, damn it, the fucking sock.
Motherfucking sock!
When you're done, you just put the sock on. The Kool-Aid thing, you couldn't do it because they're like, oh, you didn't kill him, why is your hand red? And you're like, oh, I killed him.
Seriously, kill someone. Kill someone. Kill someone. Kill someone. Run this backwards and it says, kill someone. Kill someone. You can run it forwards also. It just kill someone. Seriously. Somebody. Kill someone. Make an Are We Dead Yet t-shirt. But have you seen John Rodeo? And murder some people.
Better yet, if you know somebody named John Rodeo, murder them with our shirt on. Making sure that says, I killed John Rodeo. Are We Dead Yet podcast on the back.
Oh, dude, I figured out how to get rid or minimize the death penalty and shit. There's only one crime that you get the death penalty for.
What's up?
Trying to escape prison.
Holy shit.
Everything else, life sentence. Or not everything else, but you know what I mean. The worst is life sentence.
Everything else?
Everything else, life sentence. But no. That's the only thing that you can get killed for. People will stop escaping. And if they don't, then we get to kill people, and that way Texans can feel good sometimes.
Dude, I think I would rather die than do life, though. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine that shit?
I get that, and I think it's one of those things, though, because I say the same thing, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the desire to live is a lot.
I guess it just depends on what gang I got into.
Yeah.
It's kind of like being in when the girls do the sorority thing, and if they don't get into one, they just want to kill themselves. That's what we should. So, is it like Rush when you go to prison? Like, do all the gangs get together and they're like, all right, we want him, we want him, we want him?
I imagine that I'm the guy that kind of like is friends with everybody, and they call like the wizard books and shit, and come in. Everybody like nobody's gonna fuck with the Wiz.
Like I was thinking that, like we watched Shawshank the other day. Love Shawshank. Hadn't seen it in a long time. Like it every time I watch it. But I'm like, why did they pick Tim Robbins to rape out of all those people there? Like there was a better looking guy in his group of friends. Like I don't know why they picked him. I would have gone with William Holden personally. I don't know why they picked Tim Robbins. Like that's what bothered me at the end of it. I'm like, why did they pick him? He's so tall and gangly. I don't know. You think you couldn't get the angle right? I don't know.
I don't know. We should research that.
Right.
I mean, maybe there's something with you. Gangly is good for gang rape.
Maybe
it has gang in it.
It does have gang in it. That might have done it.
He puts the gang rape in gangly.
He's got.
Did my first anal and don't remember that.
God, did she take it easy on you? You don't remember the first time?
I don't.
What?
I don't remember it at all. Like, yeah, it was fucking held against me.
It must have been pretty shitty. Get it? Shitty?
Yeah, I get it. Apparently we did. Great. It was apparently a fucking awesome sex night, but I don't remember it at all. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh no, you don't even remember it.
So yeah, don't at all. So they God damn it. I don't remember. I don't remember because then I did Snowball for the first time also.
No, no, you didn't.
No, that girl's a whole thing.
What about Game of Thrones? Are you doing that?
I am. The necklaces haven't killed anybody yet, so it's all right.
Right.
Necklaces kill everybody in that. Here's my problem with this last episode. Or maybe it was the episode before when she goes down to the fucking dragon. Have you watched?
Uh-huh.
Goes down to dragons and they're all fucking pissy, and she's surprised.
Yeah.
Lock these two fucking animals, and you clearly haven't visited them because you didn't know they lost their fucking minds. Right. And she's like, what? I locked you in the fucking
Dude, I hate her character now too. She's so smug and shit. I just can't.
And she's never naked anymore.
You know, she's too good for everything now. I hate that. Like, listen, lady, you're with a herd of basically water buffalo going through the desert a couple months ago, and now you live in the temple. Like, come on. Like, remember where you came from, lady. You know what I'm saying?
Give a nigga a slave. Come on.
You know what I mean? God.
I want that on a t-shirt and murdered after it. Give a nigga a slave on a t-shirt. Are we dead yet, Pat guys?
Yeah, we're really missing out on merchandising here. We've got good ideas. Promoting murder and slavery. But don't worry, if you murder somebody, you're not going to get killed.
Just no, but it wasn't racist because I was giving the black guy a slave.
That's right. That's right. They'd sing a different tune then. Right?
Who wouldn't want a slave?
And we could get, what would we go? I guess get Chinese. There's a billion of them.
Yeah.
Be like, all the kids that you're going to let float away, sing them over here and we'll put them to work.
Yeah, why don't we just take all the babies they take down to the river?
I don't know.
All the girls? We'd have a whole fucking team of slave girls.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. They'd be so regular. We'd be like, yeah, you could do this or drowned in the river with your umbilical cord tied around your neck.
Yeah, because a 2-hour-old kid can make that decision.
Well, the Chinese are smart.
They're super smart.
Yeah, an American kid, you'd need to give at least 5 hours. But a Chinese kid, 2 hours, easy. Easy peasy.
Like, can you put it into an equation? You're like, yeah, sure. U plus river equals 0. U plus slave equals 1. Yeah, that's such a waste.
Such a waste. Of life. We're talking about of life, not of slaves. Yeah. Such a waste of life where the Chinese kill their daughters. Nothing to do with waste of slaves. We're just saying it's a waste of life and very sad.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I really care about is Reek.
Oh, I'm so sick of Khaleesi shit. And, I like in the big protect the girl lady, whatever she is, that giant blonde woman. Like,
Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I was so shocked that she would get on steroids for a part that got the lead. She's a really committed actress.
Oh my God, it does look like a bigger, scarier Tilda Swinton.
Oh, that's all I thought about ever since she came. I thought it was Tilda Swinton at first. When she first showed up, I was like, oh no, it's not. After
a nuclear fallout.
Yeah, hell yeah. Her dad fucked a guy after he jumped out of an industrial. My bar opens back up tonight.
Are you going okay tonight?
Yeah. My fucking back hurts. I should not go out. I fucking hurt my back coughing. And it's higher than usual, so I think it might be because I got hit by that car.
Yeah, it might have something to do with it. It might have something to do. I hurt my back coughing. Has anything else happened? Well, I did get hit by a car. Dude, that's two signs that we are getting older. One, that you hurt your back coughing. And the other, that I've got a cousin going to Mexico in a week, and I told him all I wanted him to bring back for me was antibiotics. That's it. I don't want any painkillers. I don't care about any of that other shit. I just want as many antibiotics as he can get me.
All right. Speaking of Mexico, and actually, here is a story from the other school thing that is not anymore because of me. This was at Brookhaven. I took a botany class. Huh? We went out. Oh, you went out to Big Bend? Okay.
No. You just told me this story before. I love this story.
Which part? The fat guy or the going to Mexico?
I thought you were looking for peyote buttons out there.
Okay, no, that's another story. Oh,
okay.
That wasn't what I was going on. This is bringing back that wallet that I got to save in London. Here's it getting saved again. First of all, there should be no reason that there's a problem crossing over the border. Go to Boquillas, Mexico, and cross right over there. I did it. Because once you're over, like they have like these Mexican gondoliers in little fucking things that like a little, it's like a board that they take you across, and then you can get in a truck or you can ride a donkey to this town or walk to Boquillas. Boquillas is just a couple bars and some pharmacies.
Gotcha.
And a little kid selling chiclets. So we go there and get whatever, we get there and drink and shit. And we head back to the river and we take the pickup truck. And we get to the river, it started to rain, and I realized my fucking wallet fell out of my pocket. The wallet I love that Brandon made me. And also has money in it. In the town of Boquillas, Mexico. And everyone's like, dude, it's fucking gone. You can't go back. And I'm like, I have to go check. Fucking walk back. It's been 30 minutes at least. Sitting right in the middle of the fucking street in the town. People walking by and whatnot. Nobody fucking stole it or anything. Got the wallet back. Went back. Fucking became a wetback myself. Because I ain't going to pay to get back across. If you have that opportunity, you take the goddamn opportunity.
Have to.
So I went river. I river crossed. I didn't take into account the current, so I ended up in like a bush. But same fucking trip. Now we're gonna climb up Big Ben, and we're getting fucked up on the way. We're all divided up, the whole class. Like the teacher's a crazy fucking person. Like we left one campsite and we're all like, this is the place when before we climbed up the mountain, we got talked to like the park trooper or whatever you call it, park ranger.
Yeah.
Tells us, you're probably going to say some bears. If you do, throw some rocks at them.
That's crazy.
And I say, no, I'm not going to throw rocks at the bears. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And she said, no, you should do it. Don't hit them, but throw the rocks at it. And I went, okay, whatever. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So we're going up this fucking mountain. And we're in our group. And then we got, of course, the one guy that's like the latch on. He's this fat fucking kid. And we do... And we end up... climbing up a mountain. So we know we're climbing up a mountain. At no point in this did we realize, hey, we're wrong because we're climbing down a mountain at this point. So we spend the day climbing down the mountain. We end up in like a fucking field. It felt like at the time a place where raptors would live. We realize now after like, okay, look, we're at the bottom of the mountain. We clearly took a wrong turn. We didn't realize this the last 6 hours we've been walking down, but anyway, we camp out in a bunch of spiders, and next day we're going to go back up because we got our wits about us again. So we're climbing back up, and we're out of water, of course, and it's hot as fucking summer in Texas. and the fat kid fucking starts dying.
I was about to say.
So I drop my backpack and just start running up partly to save him, partly to get away from his fucking whining ass. Just, the traversing up the fucking mountain. I finally get over there, and there's a guy on a horse, and they've been looking for us. Apparently, we were almost to Mexico. We'd almost gotten back to Mexico, yeah.
Do you think the fat guy knew y'all were going downhill the whole time and just didn't say shit because it was easier on him?
If he did, he never admitted it.
He's like, I know that this is wrong, but it's so much easier. Fucking Brookhaven. Did everybody go to Brookhaven?
I love Brookhaven because I lived on the other side, and then on the opposite side was the Farmers Branch jail. So multiple times I got out of the drunk tank and got to walk across my school back to my home.
Yeah, I think we've all done a swim in the Farmers Branch jail. That's the night that fucking Brandon was the luckiest son of a bitch I've ever been around in my entire life.
Yeah, I went to jail there. I don't know if you knew this. I'm sure you probably did, but the Dallas thing, my license, when they pull it up, it says no license, but they have the license, so it's real. It's a computer glitch.
Yeah.
I never fucking paid tickets in Dallas.
What?
Yeah. Like, once I found that out, like, I never fucking paid tickets. We get, like, warrants sent and shit, but, they did that for fucking tickets. Then, though, I got a ticket in Farmers Branch for no seatbelt. And I wasn't thinking, so I didn't pay that because I'm used to not paying it. Then my brother's birthday party that I threw at the apartment there, that police came and they were cool, but then they looked up my name and it showed up the Farmers Branch fucking warrant for a motherfucking seatbelt. So I ended up out in the Carlton jail or Carrollton jail first, and then at the Farmers Branch, which was cool because they had the phones in the cells.
Oh, it was great. Good breakfast. Like, they got a little,
well, the best breakfast is Highland Park fucking jail.
Best breakfast, lunch, and dinner is Highland Park jail. There's no way around that. Because they're like, you can call, and I was like, I'll just stay till dinner.
Yeah.
My parents would be so much happier if their stomachs are full. Just let them wonder for a minute where I am.
They weren't wondering.
They weren't wondering at all.
They were just glad. And I mean that for both of our parents.
Right. Such a quiet car ride home.
Yeah. That last DUI I got for driving circles around the cop after leaving your house. When I got fucking out and got my car out of the pound, all the beer was still in it.
Dude, in Farmers Branch that night that we all
No, this was Dallas.
No. But in Farmers Branch that night that we all went, they took Travis's car to the Dallas pound.
Oh.
Okay? So they take it there, and we finally hustle up enough money to get it out. It's like $400-something, right? So we hustle up enough money to get it out, and we get it out. We're in there. I had driven him. He's like, get in right now. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to leave? He's like, just leave your car here. We'll go eat some lunch. So 4 cops went through this car because we all had stuff on it. It's like everybody did. We should have just consolidated and been like, you're going to take the hit for this one. But everybody's like, oh, it's my shit. So, in Brandon, they opened his backpack. He's like, you can't open my backpack. And they let him, of course they let him go. Of course they do. But,
well, he is the whitest.
This is true. That's true. But we get in, and these cops had poured all over the car, and Travis is smiling so big. And I'm like, what? And he pulls down the visor, and 2 loaded pipes fall down. And I'm like, how did they not look in the visor? So we're leaving the pound after being in jail the night before and having the car in, and we're leaving the pound each smoking out of our own pipe that was preloaded. It was awesome. Which was good because they took everything we had the night before. So it really worked out.
I'd forgotten about part. I've probably told you parts of this fucking when I went to go visit Brandon in Eugene. When he lived up there and I was living in Santa Barbara, I took the train up there, and I just remembered this part of it a couple days ago. When I got there, it's a long fucking 12 hours, I think,
Sure.
at least on the train. And it's a train, so that's a fucking pain in the balls. I get there. Brandon's not at the station, but there's a bicycle there with a note. Go down these streets. I'm at work.
So fucking thoughtful.
No, wait. So then I get on the bike. I'm riding there. Person stops me. It's like, hey, you stole that bike. I'm like, I did not steal this fucking bike. I just got here. I'm going to see my friend. Fuck you, whatever. It's like, no, you got to come with me. You stole that bike. And in my head, I'm like, well, that probably is a possibility that this is a stolen bike.
Yeah.
So I fucking go get the guy his fucking bike back. Walk there. Brandon's like, no, that's a scam. People run around here. That was my bike.
Oh, no.
So I gave away my bike. Ah, shit, dude. That was New Year's forever ago, and this dude was one of the craziest people I've ever met in my life. Let's call him John Rodeo. So let's just call him John for this story. He's John Rodeo. He was driving back from some fucking party. Like, this is recent, right before I got there, and a cop went to do a U-turn to pull someone over and ran right into him. So he sued the police and got a bunch of money. Anywho, he comes to this party with 2 fucking garbage bags of mushrooms.
Oh my God.
Oregon mushrooms also. And me and B and T, I can say they're Brandon and Travis. Fuck you guys. We each take like 3 handfuls like this big, shove them down our throats, fucking all over, like shroom powder all over our faces. Like, these aren't working. Fucking leave. Like, walk down the block past this frat party, then walk back, and now they're working. So we're sitting on the curb across from this fucking frat party, and cops pull up. And I have a beer, open beer, and I think I'm all slick. I'm like, clink, knock it on the ground. Oh yeah, they totally got away with that. So these cops are all around us. There's a backpack there, and they all, like, 2 cop cars come for these 3 kids sitting on a fucking curb. They got nothing to do in that fucking town. Yeah. At one point, another cop shows up. Girl cop gets out of our, slams on her brake, gets out, runs around with her flashlight, jumps back in, and leaves. And like, she's the joke to the other cops also. So anywho, there's this backpack. They all got their lights shining on it, and they're like, "Whose backpack is this?" And I don't know how long we all stared at that fucking backpack before I realized it was my backpack. And so I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's my backpack." I'm in a cartoon at this point. And they go through it. All I have is my camera in it, so we're cool. So then maybe they're gonna frisk us all. So Travis gets up, and he shakes his leg, and it sounds like a bottle of pills in there. He's like, "Ooh, what's that? What's that?" Go bike it in. What's it gonna be? And they pull it out. It's Tic Tacs. So he's the worst to be with the cops.
Yeah.
Oh, the fucking, even now where he's respectable, I got another fucking story where he doesn't drink or do any shit anymore, and I got with the cops, and it was the worst fucking thing I've had as an adult. So anyway, then they find a Magnum 45 fucking marker in his pocket, and because tagging's like the only thing any of these kids do in Eugene. And so they're like, "So what's this for?" He's like, "Oh, I'm an artist." And they go, "Oh, do you do art on walls?" Travis looks him dead in the eye and goes, "Walls? What are these things you speak of? Walls." So now it's my turn to get frisked. I don't think I have anything on me. I do. I have this little secret pocket with a glass pipe in it that I'd forgotten about. And one of them takes out, and he goes, "Dope." And I'm like, "Oh, shit." Fucking, I'm sure Travis started it, but all 3 of us ended up doing it right in his face, going, "Break it, break it, break it, break it, break it, break it, break it." Won't fucking break it. Brandon gets up. Now remember, we've just eaten 3 handfuls of mushrooms.
Yeah.
He put a cap in his pocket for later.
Oh.
So now he's getting arrested. Where now they divide each of us up, and they're asking us questions, what's your name, your birthday, shit like that. We're answering for the other people. Like, yeah, that's Travis. He does blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, it's fucking awful. Brandon gets put in the fucking back seat. Me and Travis, of course, get back there with him. We're like, oh, it's so cool that they cut it like this so your hands can go down there because it sucks when you got the cuffs behind you. And it's fucking A. The whole time we're also, Travis is also, but, you know, then everyone is.
Yeah.
Is each cop is going, you know, what's your name? What's your name? Officer. What's your name? And we get all their fucking names except for this one guy who's still officer. And then we lose it. And it's like, your fucking parents are awful. They named you officer? Those are the lamest fucking parents I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. So then Brandon goes to jail. Don't know why we didn't. But I don't really remember anything. Next thing I know, I'm in the back of a fucking U-Haul. So pitch black, people smoking cigarettes. John Rodeo with the shrooms. He's on the phone screaming for a cab driver. All I can see is like us bouncing around with luggage and shit trying to smoke our fucking cigarettes. We get a flat. Pull over. He's like, hey, I'm on the phone with a cab right now. Hey, we really do need you to come pick us up. We're right here. So we all cram into this fucking yellow cab that gets there, and the fucking driver is fucking retarded. Like, and I mean literally retarded, not like stupid. Like, he's Forrest Gump. They're like just able to drive a cab in this small fucking town. Might have been his own car. I don't fucking know. We're going to some guy named Blue Jay's house.
Of course.
So now, I mean, it's 3 people plus the driver. It's like 8 people in this car. So we are crammed in. Travis is crammed next to the driver, then me, then someone else. John Rodeo's in the back screaming about how we're all pelican hunters. And he's the boss of the Pelican Hunters, and that's why he gets paid 25 cents and they only get paid 19 cents. Because I'm the leader of the Pelican Hunters. Fucking driving to this place. At one point it gets quiet. Travis goes, what's the next best thing to being in the Special Olympics? Not being a retard in the first place. Right into the fucking face of this goddamn retarded guy. He must have thought he was getting murdered.
Right.
We get there, we end up fucking having one pair of boxing gloves, and we're one-arm boxing as the sun goes up. Me and fucking Travis walk to his job because they both made brooms for witches at the time, obviously.
Oh
in this little place. On the way there, we meet up with Brandon because he's out of jail now, and we get some 40s and go to sleep at the Witch's Broom Factory. Fucking nuts.
Of course they're making witches' brooms. Of course they are.
I gotta go. How much
All
time?
right, buddy. Episode 9, Are We Dead Yet? Check us out. Follow us on everything. Get on Facebook and look at us. Look at our Twitter. Fucking do it.
Probably should have done that in one of the earlier episodes.
Great idea.
All right, later, brother. My parents give me every fucking Christmas and birthday 101 ways to kill yourself. I have so many copies of them. They're just spread all over my house. It's ridiculous. I keep telling them, like, stop getting it from me. I know how to kill myself. I got plans. You think I'm going out with one of these fucking tired ideas?
I'm telling you what I would do. I would get going like 90 miles an hour on the highway, put it on cruise control, and just blow my brains out. And just smash into something. Like, make sure nobody's on the road. You know what I mean? But just go out there and get going. And then they don't have to worry about my car payment after I'm dead. So I always wonder what...
I don't know if I couldn't kill other people if I'm going to kill myself. Like, I'd kill specific people like Ted Nugent and Kanye West. But
well, if you
kill okay, because I'm going to be dead right after it. I'm not going to feel bad.
But do we need 2 Easters? Like, if we kill Kanye, he's just going to resurrect in a couple of days, and we're going to have, like, regular Christian Easter and then, like, you know, hip-hop Easter. We don't need that. We don't need that at all.
Fucking hip-hop Easter.
It's bad enough.
Yeah, actually, Ted Nugent, I had forgotten about that piece of shit. He is above who I want to fight. He's above Kanye. Not Kanye betrayed me. It makes me sad. Ted Nugent's a piece of shit that needs to get fucking punched in his goddamn tough guy nose.
I wouldn't. I don't know if you want to fight that guy, though, because he's the kind of guy that wouldn't stop until he killed you and your whole family.
Bullshit. I'd get him crying like a little bitch.
Think so?
Oh fuck, dude! He paid that. First of all, the before boxing would be awesome because I'd be like, "Hey, buddy, you paid off any 16-year-old kids' parents lately to fuck their daughters?" Oh, hey, you keep talking about the military. How did you get out of Vietnam? Oh yeah, you skipped out. Sorry, my bad.
Did he skip out?
Oh yeah, he's the biggest pussy fake dude. When I first got on Twitter, he was one of the reasons I got on Twitter. And the shit I said, I'm sure he doesn't read it or anything, but like just ruthless on his parents and just hoping he would fucking take the bait.
Never
He
took
did
it.
not. I don't think he can read, but
I think he runs his own Twitter.
fuck no.
No.
No, but I know, and all you end up, and this was, I played with this for a while, was you piss off the fans. And then I get to talk shit with those idiots. But that got boring quickly.
Right.
It's, now it's just hashtag wars.
Yeah, and I love your ones on hashtag wars.
Yeah.
Like, I get a text every time one goes on. It's like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
I got to start doing it too. I need to get on it.
It's fun. Like in the commercial break, in between the two, I just fucking a bunch and I don't know. It's kind of fun. Puns have their place, I suppose. And it's online. Some names, dates, and locations have been changed to protect the guilty. Only Craig and Spence should be judged by the content.
Yeah, and find us we're on Facebook, Twitter, Vine, what else? Instagram, all of it.
I don't know. You're in charge of that shit.